No,
let's move on. Let's move on from automatic cum shots and share the secret to automatic sales.
Yeah, easy. I mean, we got a context here, yeah. Because what I don't want people to think is that this is just something that happens by waving a magic wand or writing a compelling sales letter or anything else. You need a suite of systems. You have a sales process. And that basically means, we use the Trades Accelerator model, which has got the attract, seduce, sell drivers with the 9 accelerators around the outside. That is our sales process. It is a process, People come into our world cold, and they end up as clients or not, as the case may be. That's a process. And really, what this process comprises, if we want to sum it up, because we've got message, market, and medium, is we've got a message clearly focused on the desired outcome, delivered over the right medium to our ideal client for long enough to get them to want us to buy from us. We construct a pipeline, we construct the feeder to the pipeline, and then we kind of construct the process that takes them from being in the pipeline to being in our business. And it is a 3-step process and it has to happen in the right order. Now, some people think, like on LinkedIn, this has to take a long time. It doesn't. The steps have to happen. They go for, knowing and liking and trusting, attract, seduce, and sell. They have to happen in that order, but they can happen in 2 days. Even with a big 10K commitment, it can happen in a couple of 3 days. Doesn't have to take a long time, but it does have to happen. In fact, I would say, I can't remember the original quote, who said this, but I heard it probably first 8 years ago or so, and it stuck with me. And that is, if to achieve a certain result requires a certain number of steps, A, B, C, D, E, and so on, whether you take those steps in 6 months or 6 years is pretty much entirely up to you. Yeah. So, if the steps can be taken in 6 months, why not take them in 6 months? Who says you have to wait 6 years? Well, by the same token, if you can take someone from cold to sold in 2 days, why would you not put a process in place to have that happen? Why would you unnecessarily extend it to have all this giving value bollocks on LinkedIn when you don't need to? Not to say that doesn't work, not saying you shouldn't maybe have it running as well, because, different people work at different speeds. But this, you don't have to. You can, if you wanted to, you could predicate your model on, you have a process in place where they go through a process that maybe lasts a week. And if they're not in that time, they go into your bucket list when you just sell them by email. And by doing that, you pick off the people who are ready to buy right now. That's a perfectly legitimate business model. And people do it all the time. And in fact, there's some guys out there making a lot of money doing it. And then, you can have lower level stuff and processes in place to mop up the low level. Of course you can, and you probably should, because you paid for these leads, or either you paid in the monetary thing for adverts, or you put time in. But the point is, you can pick off the cream, the low-hanging fruit, very quickly and very profitably. But you need to have a process. So that's the secret of automatic sales: a message clearly focused on the desired outcome of your clients, delivered over the right medium to the ideal client for long enough to get them to buy from you. Essentially, now if you cast your mind back, I don't know if you've actually been to it or not, you probably haven't, even though it's in your business. Are you that familiar with the Business Accelerator? You're probably not, are you?
Well, I know the 5 things it entails.
Yeah, but that's essentially what we do. We show, it's a free, listen, Mr. Listener and Ms. Listener, clean the fucking wax out of your ears and get off your fucking arse. Stop sitting on your fucking thumbs and think about this. The free Business Accelerator shows you exactly how to do that, to create a message clearly focused on your ideal client, to deliver an outcome. If you're not using it, and it's fucking, did I mention it's fucking free? Stupid cunts.